pastor at First Christian Church here in Fulton, Missouri, coming to you live for this week's devotion. Every week we gather trying to offer a word of grace in an otherwise ungraceful world. So this week we're going to get right into it. I want to give a disclaimer. I received permission from my daughter Abby to share this story. And it's important because my daughter Abby and I fight. It's natural order of things, I suppose. We are in many ways alike. We both wake up rather early and get a bit grumpy. By the end of the day, we are at each other's throats. We have a sense that we are always right. We externally process, we have to talk things out, and we both tend to have a bit of an anger problem. Throw this magic concoction together and you have the makings of knockdown, drag-out fights. No one ever tells you when you become a parent that you raise emotionally adjusted kids, that you yourself have to be emotionally adjusted. The funny thing was that I thought I was until God sent me a carbon copy of myself to throw a stick into the spokes of my self-image wheel. My mom and dad, with whom I fought a fair bit growing up, must be rolling on the ground laughing. But Abby started saying this new thing when we would fight and yell at each other. And let the reader know, Abby also says it to her mother when they argue. It's not just me. That in the heat of battle, when accusations are bandied about and tempers are flaring wilder than the recent sunstorms, she started rather forcefully imploring, God made you my parents, and God wants parents to be nice to their children. The first time I heard it, I stopped dead in my tracks. I'm pretty sure my mouth was left hanging open. Never mind, there's the command about honoring your parents in the 10 Commandments, and I'm pretty sure flinging spittle as you yell at them about being nice doesn't qualify. That doesn't matter. What does matter is the eye-opening experience of hearing God speak from your child. Here's my 5-year-old correctly bringing God into the conversation. She knows God has certain expectations of how people treat each other, and I wasn't in line. The question came to me, am I willing to listen to this child and hear what God is saying to me and hear the law? When God spoke to the prophet Samuel as a boy, his caretaker Eli had to help Samuel recognize God's voice. Samuel hadn't heard it yet and didn't know what was happening, but when Samuel was able to, God gave him a rather harsh message to share with Eli. Samuel didn't want to share it. He didn't want to hurt Eli, but his caretaker pressed Samuel because he knew God had something to say. Eli knew God spoke to the child in his care, and Eli knew he needed to listen. It didn't matter that Eli was the one in charge or that he'd nurtured Samuel or helped Samuel even know what was going on. God had given Samuel something to say, and Eli had the faith to listen to a child. That's the way of God, to value and use and call and empower those the world doesn't see fit for God's purposes of forgiveness and new life. God calls those exact people. God will even use kids to call us out of ourselves. Now, I won't say it stopped our fights, but I can say that when Abby and I do, I know there's a new player with us. May you be open this week to hearing God speak, even when the source isn't what you expect. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you heard a word of grace that God speaks out of unexpected sources. If you like what you heard, please like and share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And join us for worship on Sunday. We gather together on Sunday mornings at 10:30 in person and online. We hope you'll join us. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you till we meet again. Bye.